and welcome to this week's episode of A Cup of Joe
with Mo.
We're back again. We are serving up a big cup of inspo this morning.
That'll bring a lot of high energy to your meetings.
That's right. We have two new locally owned coffee shops in Bryan College Station that are mobile.
Yes.
So they are free to travel about to groups and events.
Yes, and I love anything that is locally owned.
And
coffee. So this really just brings all of my interest and passion together in one. So I'm
one big cup.
Just my cup runneth over.
That's right.
And and again, they're local. I love shopping local. Support your local economy.
Yes.
That's how we justify to our husbands our
they,
shopping habits.
They have no argument when we say, but it's locally owned.
We are doing it for the community.
That's
okay?
Right.
We love our community.
You can tell we have really bought into that.
Yeah.
Mantra.
Whatever we have to do to make it work and bring out our sales skills.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. They come in handy.
It never
in
ends.
A lot of ways.
A salesperson never stops.
Never sleeps. Always shops.
Anyways, off tangent, classic us. No, but we have two interviews with two mobile coffee shops. And so we got to know a little bit about them and their history, hear their story, what inspired them to start this business in the middle of at the beginning of a pandemic.
Right.
But they are pushing through, and they already have booked gigs, and they have things on the books. So we're really excited for you to hear from them.
That's right. We've got some great stories coming up, so stay tuned.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. We are here with Micah from the Coffee Lab, a mobile coffee shop in Bryan College Station. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here.
Oh, absolutely. We thought we'd get started by telling our audience a little bit about how this came about.
Sure. So I went to A&M and graduated in '94 with an accounting degree, and I've kind of been in all areas of accounting, more or less, at my adult life. And now that my kids are grown up and moved out, I decided it was time for me to do something a little different, do something I enjoy more. And so I kind of started thinking, what am I interested in? And coffee was one thing that popped into my mind.
Right.
I love coffee. I feel like it's a treat, whenever I have it. And I also like the idea of bringing people together in the morning and helping them get their day started.
Right. So this idea was born.
Yes.
And did you already have a background in coffee, or how did you learn how to make these drinks?
I did not have a background in coffee. In fact, when I first got this idea, I was trying to figure out how to get started. Do I get a job at a local coffee shop and just learn that way, or watch YouTube videos? And as I was researching online, I saw that there's actually a coffee school. Actually, there's several in the United States, but there's one in the Dallas area that's rated very highly. So I went up there and took their 3-day course. They teach you all about they give you your barista skills, and then the last day is more focused on the business aspect of it and kind of finding your voice in the coffee community and what ideas you want to convey through your brand.
Okay, and how did you choose your brand?
My brand is inspired by my dog Remington, who was a chocolate lab that we rescued. He passed away a few years ago, and he still lives on in my heart, and I think about him all the time. He was such a great dog. So I wanted to memorialize him in my logo, and so that's what I did.
Perfect. It's such a good play on words. I really like it.
Yeah.
So, today you're here at local business selling.
Correct.
And how does your schedule work?
I usually am building my schedule week by week, and I do have some regular stops that I make every week. So for instance, I'm here every Wednesday at Central Texas Sinus and Allergy. We go to Franklin, Texas, and on Mondays, and then we visit local apartment complexes, as we're invited. Like tomorrow, we're doing an afternoon gig tomorrow because a lot of the students, they don't get up and come early.
No.
So when I go to an apartment complex that's populated by students, we typically do it later.
Yeah. They drink all day long.
They do.
drink all day long.
And they like everything. Yeah.
So, you just had a customer who seemed like a regular. So do you kind of have you built that by going to the same places week after week? You have some regulars?
Yes. Actually, we do have after a while you start to associate their faces with their orders. It's not as easy now that people are masked, but
Right.
and normally I am, but not for this interview. But yeah, we have been getting to know a regular customer base.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
How long have you had the mobile coffee lab?
I started it in February, and then of course we shut down halfway through March, stayed closed all through April and the first week of May. So, you know, we got started, kind of learned our efficiencies and our processes, and then it came to an abrupt halt.
Right.
And then it was almost like starting over when we came back.
Yes.
It was almost like just our first day back on the job. It was really kind of surreal having to relearn everything, but it did come back within a few days. We're back to normal.
Good. Well, what we do in our business is work with groups, a lot of times coming into Bryan College Station. So we're just curious if you've done any private events, or probably not since you've been open during this pandemic, but do you anticipate doing that in the future? You know, going to a private event, being there, coffee break time?
Yes, and actually we have done about 3 or 4 private events.
Oh,
We did one for a local daycare center that was celebrating Father's Day, so we were invited to come serve free coffee drinks to the dads, and we did an employee appreciation with the local law firm here, and there's something else I can't remember off the top of my head. We have done a few
great.
private events.
That's really
Oh,
neat.
and an insurance agency for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
She invited us to kind of give out iced lattes, and they were actually chocolate with cherry syrup in them. So it was like a chocolate covered cherry latte for Valentine's Day.
That's really neat. Good. We're so excited you're here and offering something new to our community, and we wish you the best of success and hope that we get to work with you some more.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here with Ty and Tessa with Game Day Coffee Co., their mobile coffee shop, and we are excited to kind of learn a little bit more about the coffee business that they started. They're a husband-wife business, so I'm going to kind of let y'all talk about what made y'all get started and have this idea.
Okay. So a few months ago, I think back in September, we had been wanting to be entrepreneurs for a while and had kind of been throwing around some ideas. And Ty actually came up with it one night. It's like, well, we both love coffee and thought it would be fun to do something that's not too huge. We didn't want to start out with a brick and mortar and dive in that much. So we thought that this would be a good idea. The game day idea kind of came from a mix of things. We both have a love of just, yeah, I guess just like working out, being healthy. And so we wanted something that was kind of like, get your game face on is our slogan. So we wanted something that was like, wake up every day, give it your all. And then we're also Christian and wanted to kind of connect with our community. And so there's that aspect of it where we wanted to have like a fight your battles every day kind of idea, I guess. Do you have anything better than that?
That's pretty good. Yeah, hits it on the head for sure.
Yeah. And so you were kind of talking about earlier how you really have done events. This is something that you don't really have a weekly schedule. You're more of, popping up and helping out with attendees and providing that coffee experience. So how is that going for you? What have you kind of seen along that side?
So recently we've had a couple events. It's definitely been a lot slower because of COVID, obviously. We really like to focus on sports events, so like 5K runs, bikes. There's a CrossFit tournament coming up. We like to do 7-on-7 tournaments, softball, baseball, track, anything like that that's outdoor, kind of goes with our theme. And we think that it's kind of a good client base for us. Give them a pick-me-up. We have a lot of drinks and snacks that are geared towards that as well. So we sell like protein bars, protein coffee drinks.
Yeah.
That also goes with our theme. So we think that sports is kind of our niche market right now.
You can kind of encompass the whole wellness trend that's happening. So
Yes.
It's been kind of interesting too because we started off planning like, oh, we're gonna find businesses where we're gonna park at, and that's not how it went. Just kind of right off the bat, people were contacting us like, we want you at our event. It's like, sweet.
that's
sounds good.
awesome.
So,
Yeah, that's really
The niche
exciting.
found us.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey, it was meant to be.
Yeah,
Yes.
for
So
sure.
how's it been working together?
It's marriage relationship builder for sure. Yeah, try not to bite each other's heads off and be nice, and
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's been good overall. There's definitely, it's a small space, so the first event we did was kind of comical because we were like bumping into each other, like spilling things. We're like, you move, no, you move.
Yeah.
So that was kind of comical, but it's been a great learning experience. And we are new parents. We just had a baby boy in March. And so the combination of like sleeplessness probably has us a little off our rocker too. So that first event was
We just
fun.
try to blame it on sleep if we get upset or anything, so we don't get mad at each
Yeah.
other.
Don't take
Yeah.
it personal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's just asleep.
It's the baby's fault.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you so much for letting us come out. I love y'all's purpose and your mission and your passion for this, and you know, we're excited to help promote your word and get you in front of our attendees and let the meeting planners know what y'all are here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Joe Beth, I don't know about you, but the ideas are coming in hot
Yeah.
after talking with the two coffee shops. I am very excited to start implementing some of these local businesses into our meeting experiences.
Right, offer them as good services, something unique to Bryan College Station.
And why do we always have to keep doing things the same?
No, now's the time.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
Do an offsite for one of your sessions and have one of the coffee shops, set up and provide coffee for the attendees.
Yeah, not your typical coffee break. Give them a different experience.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, 2020 is just, it's a time to try new things.
Right.
Why keep doing it the same?
We have all learned to get a little more flexible.
Absolutely, yes. So we will have their contact information and everything about the shops and how you can get in touch, or feel free to reach out to Jo Beth or myself if you would like more information, and enjoy the rest of your day.